Hello everyone, it's me, Rodimus2099, and before I go see Spider-Man Far From Home and get really angry, I just want to say I really am a big fan of Mysterio, so when you see my review, don't be too offended with if I hate Mysterio or not, because the way he's looking like too much of a good guy, and that's not what I like at all, because I love him as a bad guy, since he's always been a bad guy. From day one of me seeing him, I knew he was a bad guy. But why? Oh, why did they make him such a good guy? And why is there a video on YouTube called Mysterio Becoming an Avenger? Alright, so I won't let that aggravate me too much, since this is a pretty crappy figure, so I have enough to talk about. Now, I do feel that some people have been a little too nice on him. Shartimus. Um, because I mean it's a nicely sculpted figure, but paint wise it is atrocious. There's lack of paint in so many places that it really makes my other Marvel Legends Mysterio seem like a masterpiece of Hot Toys, something like that. And that annoys me because I do expect the movie figures, and especially since this is our second time getting Mysterio, to be a little better than their first ones. The comic book version, in terms of paint, is way better. Sculpt, that's a different thing. Of course, this sculpt is more detailed, and of course, this suit is very inaccurate. But I'll just try to lay off my total hatred. But I do hate that in the artwork, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork of his dome. It's all nice and cloudy. It's nicely cloudy, and it looks like clouds in there. It just looks like a green goop ball. At least with the original version, you could see an image in it, and it was the skull face with the tentacles coming out. Even if you bought the white one, you could still see it. This one, there's nothing to be seen in there. There's no hidden meanings. By the way, this is paint. I'm painting Thor's hair in case you see this and you're like, oh my god, he eats his feces. Um, but I like that they tried with this figure with nice articulation. Now, just saying, they didn't have to do a ball joint because ball joints really suck. I'm fine if they're a ball joint and then also a if there's a ball joint and then also a waist swivel. There's no waist swivel, and the ball joint doesn't go very far. It just goes that far. It does go decently back, but not far enough where I can get very creative poses. All said, I did buy this figure, and it's a nice addition to my MCU display. He does come with extra hands, which is great. And I might be a little harsher on this figure, and I'm sorry about it. I mean, it's still a nice figure. I mean, I bought it. I'm not trying to say you should regret buying this. It's just not up to my standards of Mysterio figures, since we've only had one Marvel Legends one. Well, at least I assume. Um, and that one was really good. And now we have a movie version, which sometimes I think the movie versions are better than the comics. I mean, Captain America, or the Captain America, compared to the Vintage Wave. That's way better. But apparently we won't get that with this figure. Now, I do really like these fists, because you can get like, put up your dukes, Spider-Man. And he has nice casting hands. They're very nice, they're very detailed. There's like, oh, Jesus. There's nice little elements of it, and it's great, and I like it. And but do I think that those hands make up for this figure lacking paint in any way? No. He deserves more paint on his torso mainly and his gauntlets. Otherwise, I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine. It's just he has a lot of lights in his chest and in his arms, and there's something that they could have easily done, just filling in, because they did those two bars. They could have just done the little built parts, I guess, those little buttons. and I would have been perfectly fine. I would have been like, good job, Hasbro, pat on the back. And then if they even did some on his gauntlets, I would have been fine. But you know, we win some and we lose some. Again, I had the unpopular opinion most times, um, but I am getting annoyed that this wave has a lot of figures who could have been great if they had a normal torso hinge instead of this stupid ball joint. I don't like the ball joint. I really think that they should discontinue it. Discontinued. I was fine with it on Thor. I'm not fine anymore. Rhyming. Um, but that's all I really gotta say about this guy. He is from the Molten Man wave, which I plan on collecting. There's only one figure that I don't want, and it's Spider Woman. I'm sorry, female figures kind of have been sucking. Not actual females. I really do enjoy most female characters, Captain Marvel, Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch. But again, they don't have good articulation, which is what I love in figures. Anyway, that's just my rant for the day. I hope you had a great day. I did too. But Mysterio is he was one of the first villains that I ever really saw and I ever enjoyed from the Spider-Man series, so I'm very particular about him, and you'll find that in my movie review, unless he does become a villain, which if he does, yay. But I plan on seeing the movie. Well, you're seeing this sometime, because it's pre-recorded. Because I'm in Toronto. I might do a vlog there. A vlog. Um, but I'm going to see Spider-Man Far From Home tomorrow. So, anyway, thank you for watching. I have been Rodimus2099, and I'll see you in another review. Alright.